Yeah, so we back in this thing and we have made a discovery right here in the house of David. MAHDI has a halo. Now, Allah has been trying to reveal this to me through many different ways, and I just couldn't see it. But He ultimately let me know directly, and that's when I started backtracking and looking through all my pictures. Now, if you have a picture of me, all you have to do is look at the background. Allah singles me out. So now today I'm in the studio, so my sound is high quality. So let's get started. Right here we have a picture of a guy with a halo. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so there he is. He goes by William Brandom. He's from yesteryear. And it was said that he had a halo. From this photograph, we could see it. Although some people say it wasn't authentic. So his is controversial. To me, it looks authentic. It does. But the people of his time disagree. Going down. Here's a picture of me out doing street ministry years ago. This is about 2008. Now, if you look right there, you see a light over my head. But then right here, you see this man's head in a perfect position, being a halo behind my head. Okay. And you can see octane on my arm because I am the arm, I am the ram, I am all these things, okay? I am walking around with the time of the end on my arm. That's Jerome Bettis. Now look at this right here. This boy looks like he could be my son. And right behind my head, he has his neon sweater in his hand like a halo. All right. Jay-Z, the man who is called God of rap. is a picture of me. I'm the God of the Bible. I am the Father. I am the real Rockefeller. I came from heaven. My testimony is I came in a hospital. I stepped in a hospital. I drifted down. I heard pieces of the conversation with my mom and the doctor. That always disturbed me as a child. I never knew why. I came down. But now, being Al-Mahdi and learning what Allah has been teaching me, it makes sense that I am that white stone that came from heaven, that became black, because I am here to bear the iniquity. I am Al-Mahdi. I am the Islamic Messiah. Going down. His wife made the song Halo. Okay? Why? Because she was singing about me. All these things testifying to me. She was singing to me. I am the only man walking around on this earth with a halo. Besides my son, we have real halos. Every baby I make is going to have a halo. Okay? And I'm here to restart the tribes of Israel. Yep, the tribes of Israel from my loins. As you can see, this man has a halo over his head. And what I learned about having halos is this. My head can light up the heads of men around me. If you're around me, if you're in my house, you'll have a little bubble over your head just like these angels. But mine is the ultimate light. This is seen in John 1. I am the man who lights up the lamp of all men around me. Okay? I am the light of the world. All right? Let's deal with John 1 later, and we'll go into detail on that. When I was a baby, that was me, and that was my mom. Okay? I was a baby walking around with a light, and I had no knowledge of it. And I had no knowledge of it until now. All right? That right there is the most authentic halo I have. If you look at my head, I have a halo in a perfect circle. Even right there. Okay? I'm the man walking around with the halo. Look at this. Allah's trying to show me. That's why you're going to see lights behind my head in all these pictures. See that? I'm a good kisser too. All right. Now look at that. You see that glory? The angels of the Lord encamp about me. Notice, it's on my side, not hers. Okay? Watch this. I'm the light of the world that lights up all men. Look at it. Look at it again. It's right behind my head. Again. You see that right there? Allah is showing me I have a halo. I'm always wearing a wave cap, and didn't even realize that I have a halo. Look at this. See how Allah singles me out because I am his sun. I am going to shine the brightest. My ministry is going to be more successful than McDonald's fast food everywhere. Okay? Al-Mahdi, I'm seen in everything. Okay, now, Al-Mahdi is a picture of the last two witnesses. I'm not by myself, although I am the Father. McDonald's is going into the two last witnesses. Al-Mahdi, our ministry will explode. It's going to explode. All right? And a picture of me is seen in the life of Tyler Perry. Think about Tyler Perry. You have this man that's about 6 foot something, walking around dressed like a woman, And then he has roles where he's dressed like a grandpa, a father. That's a picture of me, Al-Mahdi. See, Medea, Mahdi, Medea, this is all going into Al-Mahdi. And I'm not alone. There's a female as well. That's why Tyler Perry was dressed like a woman, then he's dressed like a man, because that's a picture of the last two witnesses, all right? Our stuff is going to explode. And you see Allah singling me out. Why? Because I am most closest to Allah. Okay? All the prophets, okay, there were some prophets who were held in high honor. But me, I'm the most closest to Allah. He saved the best for last, and that's why he singles me out in all these pictures. Watch this. Look at that. I have the halo. Okay, there was no problem for me to take a picture like that. Why? Because I am Al-Mahdi. I have the halo. Let's go again. See, right there. Look at that. And if you notice, there's a little light right there. There's a little light from my halo right there. There go the light right there. There it is again. There it is again. There it is again. Look, there it is again. There it is again. You see, my light was lighting up her light. Okay, Jesus said you are the light of the world. And the believers don't even realize that they have lights over their heads too. But it's nothing like the Father's light. Okay, I am the ultimate light. I am the true light that descended and came down from heaven. The words are twofold. So I'm a descendant of David because I am the root of David. Okay, I was there when David was created. Okay, all things were created through the S-U-N. All things were made for me. I'm the ultimate heir. All things were made for me. Now look at me lighting up her head. See it? Allah singles me out. Allah singles me out. There was no problem for me to take a picture like that. Okay? Now this background has a bubble and it makes it seem like there is a halo. And this is because I actually do. All right? She can see it right there. She can see it. They don't know they can see it, but some of them can see it. There it is again. Again, the halo. I'm the man walking around with the halo. I'm the real Shiloh. I'm the real Lalo. I'm the real Shiloh. Genesis 49. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Isaiah 49. Is it a light thing that thou should be my servant, and raise up the tribes of Israel? I will also give you as a light to the Gentiles, that you may be my salvation, my Yeshua, unto the end of the world. Those prophecies in Genesis 49 and Isaiah 49 was talking about Al-Mahdi, the Almighty God, the Father, Lamanti, who would visit the earth in the end days. And I am here. I'm not Jesus, okay? I am the Father of Jesus, so that makes me the real Jesus. He's my son. There it is again. Light always surrounds me. Look at it again. Again. I'm going to torment you with the way God loves me. I am beloved to Allah. You see the lights behind my head again? Again, I'm lighting up her light. They don't even know why they take pictures with me like this, because I'm lighting up their light. And you see the light right there. Okay, same thing in this one. Walking around with the halo. And as you can see in that picture, right there. Again. My face is shining. Look at that. God causes his face to shine, okay, on his people. And that's exactly what I'm doing with these people in the picture with me. I'm causing my face to shine upon them. See it again? Right there. It's on my face. Look at it again. The sun, the moon, and the stars are all making obeisance to me. I'm the real Joseph. I stepped in St. Joseph's Hospital on 700 Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm the real Shiloh. The real Shiloh has a halo. Okay? Now I put that there, but this is before the knowledge I had. I never knew why I did that, but Allah was trying to show me, man, you got a halo. You got a halo. And I asked him, I said, Allah, I know all these things belong to me. I know all this stuff belongs to me. And I said, Allah, I want to walk into my inheritance. I said, Allah, I'm tired of being broke. I said, Allah, I'm tired of being broke. I need you to start bringing me to the forefront. And he's already answering my prayers, because he just showed me that I have a halo. And I'm going to keep rapping. I'm going to keep singing. I'm going to keep doing videos, because I truly believe that Allah is going to show the world my halo on a larger scale. So right here in this picture, which is so amazing, let me tell you the story about this guy. This is my brother. His name is Benjamin Broadway. His rap name is Stunner. And he also goes by the name 700. 700. Now, Allah revealed to me a couple weeks ago that the hospital I was born in was on Broadway Street, his name. All right. And not only that, but the address is 700, just like his name. All right. And Allah let me know that I was the real Stunner. He was singing about me and didn't even know it. All the music I make, I'm singing about myself. I didn't have no clue. I had no clue. So I'm the real Stunner. I'm the real Broadway, and I am the real Benjamin. Why am I the real Benjamin? Because all the wealth of the nations is coming to me. I am the richest man on the planet. The planet itself is mine. Okay? So I have the dye on my sweater because Allah does not want me to be ashamed to let it be known that I am the man with the dye. And I will restart the tribes of Israel from my loins. There's something inside of my testicles that has the dye to restart the 12 tribes of Israel. And they all will have halos over their heads. Okay? We read about these tribes in the book of Revelation. This is going to be the new Jerusalem. Why? Because they're all going to come from the Father's loins himself. All right? Going down. And they'll have the blood of the Lamb in them. Okay? They'll have my blood in them. This is the victory. This is the victory. Now, there's a light again over my head. There it is again over my head. And that was in a video. That's a real light. That is not a light. That is not a light. That is not a light, y'all. This is my light reflecting in this room. Here we go again. We have an example of what you see in me. All these other people have lights. Yeah. Every person I come around, if you notice, you'll have a light in your head around me too. Okay. But I'm the ultimate light. I light up the joint. I light up the world. See, this is my boy 700. Benjamin Broadway. And see how Allah singles me out? I have light coming over my head in the photograph art. Okay. And I never even created this album cover. I had nothing to do with this album cover. His friend had this album cover done, and his friend singled me out. Why? Because I have on the coat of many colors. I'm here not only to raise up the tribes of Israel, but to be a light to all Gentiles. I am the final messenger. The Prophet Muhammad's speech, you don't understand it. Every word your prophet spoke was through the words of Al-Mahdi. It was Al-Mahdi speaking through him. The religion of Islam is a religion where you receive a prophet through a prophet. You were receiving Al-Mahdi, who was in heaven, through the Prophet Muhammad. That's why we only mention one messenger in the Shahada, although there are many messengers. We only mention one messenger in the Shahada because it's not the Prophet Muhammad, the Arabian one. It is the ultimate Muhammad. It is the Al-Mahdi. Okay? That's something Muslims don't understand. Right now, the Muslims, if they reject me, they're going straight to the judgment. Okay? Because I am the real Muhammad. I am the ultimate voice through all of the true prophets. Going down. All right. And notice it says V2, V2. I'm surrounded by the virgins. Okay. I got virgins on the way. All right. Here we go. Again, you see the light by me. Even on the off day. Look at that. Look at that again. Now that is in the artwork on the background, but still. Allah wanted me to know I had a halo. I never knew I had a halo. Look at that. I got the halo, brothers. I'm walking around with the halo. I'm going to keep tormenting you with the way Allah loves me. Allah loves me. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by the armies of heavens. That's why you see those pictures of angels around that last and final messenger. Most people put it around Jesus. They will put all these angels around him. But no, it's me. I walk around with legions. Legions. I even have a video of me just in the car driving. I actually was just riding. My wife was driving, and I pulled my phone out at random, and I seen a UFO spying on me. I seen a UFO watching us, and I have that on video. I will post it later, but I literally seen a spacecraft hovering over us, and I wasn't even trying to get it. I wasn't even looking at it. I didn't even know I had a UFO in my video until my wife went through and looked at the pictures and she saw it. We both didn't see it at first, but you can see it in the video. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by the armies of heaven. Here we go again. The light is on me. See how he always put the light in the picture somehow? Somehow. Always a light. See? Always a light. Right there. Boom. To the left on this one. All right. And it's got a circle. See that circle over my head? Allah is trying to show me, boy, you got a halo. Boy, you walking around a halo. You walking around with a halo. Okay. Beyonce made that song for you. Okay. She was close because Jay-Z looked like you. But you the real Jay-Z. What? I am the Alpha and Omega. I am the real Jay-Z. I am the real AZ. I am the Alpha and Omega. You never would have thought it would be me. But it's me. Look at that. My face shining. My head shining. There it is. Boom. Right over my head again. Right over my head again. Again, my face shining. You see that? My name on the moon. Ali is written on the moon. My name is on the moon. And Ali, the Arabic name spelled out, literally looks like a music note. Okay, I am the Ali. I am the black stone, surrounded by the silver, surrounded by the virgins, surrounded by the Veras. All right, there it is again. All right. We have a queen and we have a king down here on earth. And it's in both of these nations, Mexico and right here in the U.S. There's a king and a queen walking around. Okay. All right. There it is again. The light shining over my head. I have a halo, buddy. Again over my head. Again on my face. Again right there. Come on. And whenever this light comes down, whenever this halo shows, people, if you notice, they are happy. They are happy. Okay? Look at this. Boom. Look at my head. Boom. I'm lighting up every man's head in this room. In the spiritual realm. Look at me again. I can't even let little boy shine. I got on the watch. Why? Because I'm the man that knows the end. I'm the man that knows the end. And this picture is a long time ago. All right. So don't panic. And look, I have the halo over my head. Boom. Boom. There it is again. Behind me. All right. I was looking crazy, that bug. There it is again, the halo. The halo. I'm the real Lalo. I am the Shiloh. Walking around with the halo. Look at that. You see that rainbow? Yeah. The God of the Bible. If you read any Ezekiel, 1:28, he has a glowing halo. Okay, in the spiritual realm, it looks like a rainbow. Okay, going on. Everybody is regular. But what you see in my picture, I'm glowing. I have a halo, brothers. And y'all don't even want to share now because look, everything you've been saying about me, guess what? You about to swallow it up. You gonna swallow it up because I've been Allah's microphone this whole time. I've been Allah's microphone this whole time. Okay? Who the prophet, me or you? Who the prophet, me or you? Who's glowing? Who has the light? Who is the final seal of all the messengers? Who is the Father? I'll tell you, Al-Mahdi. I'm here. There's not one single person on this planet walking around with a halo but me and my son. Me and my son are the only men that have halos. Yep, something like that. Boom, there it is again. There's light over my head. Allah's trying to show me. Look at this again. Boom. Light right over here. Amazingly, where my head at? Why wasn't I right here? I don't know why. But my head always goes towards the light. And I have the glasses on my head because I'm surrounded by the armies of heaven. They surround me. I'm surrounded by an end time army. There's an end time army surrounding me. There we go again. To go to halo again. There it is again. My head is lighting up all the heads in this house. And that's my daughter and that is my son. Look at my son. My son has a light on him. Look, he has a halo. The little boy got a halo. And my niece got the dollar. She like, yeah, give me our money. She like, give me our money. They know it. My kids is going to have the best life. When I get my money, I'm taking care of them. All right. My wife is being my halo right here in this picture. All right. She being my halo in this picture, as you can see the light. All right. As you can see the light. Look at this again. I'm the man walking around with the halo. See, I am Al-Mahdi. All right. Did you know if you spell the word a seed, it equals 34? I'm the man that knows the end. 34, 34, 34, 34, bruh. Again, there go the light over my head directly. Look at this one. This is one of the most powerful ones because look, if you look at her face, she's seen something, but she just didn't see it. Okay? It was like mesmerizing. Whenever this light shines, you are completely happy. Okay? It's the angels. They surround me. And it's going directly to my forehead. Again. Amazingly. Let's go back to it. Look at that. That is just amazing. That picture is like one of my top ones too. There's a ray of light. I am Ray. That's another one of my names. Allah had a man pick me up every morning and we would talk about the Bible and we would have breakfast. His name was Ray. He would help me out with anything I need help with. He could see God's light on me. And he was nice to me for some reason. And you know, I'm not around him no more. He's in a whole nother city, you know, way up north. But Allah was trying to show me I am Cyclops. I am Ray. I am all these things. I am the A. I am the Z. I am the Alpha. I am the Omega. Okay, Jesus is my son. I'm greater than him. Peace be upon him, okay? All right. There go the light again. There go the light. Look, right on my head. How come it didn't do that to hers? Okay? It did that to her because she's my halo. She's been my halo, okay? She's been my halo. Now look at this. Boom. It's over my little halo again. I charge her light so much. Look at her. She's shining. But look, boom. It's going back to me. It's over me. The glory is on me. I came down here from glory. From glory. I'm the real lamb. Look at that. Boom. Light. 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 Over my head. Light. Again. All right. I'm the light lighting up all the heads around me. There it is again. Boom. Over my head again. Amazingly. Again. My headphones is like a halo. The angels surround me. Boom. Boom. Come on, y'all. See, I got the ring on because I got the halo. Again. All the time. Allah always singles me out. All right, here's my brothers. It's my brother's wedding, but I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Okay. I'm the best man. Okay. And look at the light coming from my head going right. His name Brandon to my left, his name Carl to my right. But Allah, all praises to him belong. He led my mom into naming me something unique. Daquant Lamonti Clay. Because I have the die. That's why I'm grabbing my you know what. Because from that thing right there is going to come the 12 tribes of Israel. And they all going to have halos. Okay? Allah singles me out because he don't want you to be confused. about who it is. It's me. I'm his man. I am most closest to Allah. Look at that. Over my head again. Look at that. Over my head again. Halo behind me. When I rap, whenever I perform, when I do something active, when I'm ministering, that's when you're going to see the most results of my halo, is when I'm ministering, when I'm flowing, especially when I'm rapping, when I'm doing things like that. You're gonna see it. All right, there it is again, and I showed y'all that picture before. There it is again. Years ago, the halo was over me. In this picture, I had a drink in my hand and I was high as hell. But all that stuff is over me still, because none of that stuff has any right on me. I'm innocent. I'm here to die and bear the iniquity of the people. I'm walking around with sinless blood. This is why I'm the real holy child. I had a friend that I used to rap with. His name was Holy Child. He went by Roosevelt. I am the Rose of Sharon, okay? I am really the Holy Child. The Holy Child is the pure spirit, the great spirit, the Holy Spirit. Jesus said, whatever you say about me will be forgiven. But whatever you say against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. You see, there's a story in the Gospel of John where Jesus spat on the ground and then he made clay. And then with this clay, he opened people's eyes. What is that? That's going into the Holy Spirit that came down in St. Joseph's Hospital and took on a body. Okay, clay, that's me. And now I'm going to heal the world with my knowledge. Okay, everything Jesus did was to glorify me. He spat on the ground and he made clay and he put it on a person's eyes. And that person said, I can see now. Okay, I am the Father. Let's keep going down. Look at this guy. Everybody is in complete awe. Whenever that halo hits, everybody is completely calm. Look at this. He's completely calm. This guy's head is my halo. You see the light shining off of him? Okay. This is real stuff. And you see the light right here? And I showed you this earlier. Okay. I have the halo. Look at the light right there again. I'm telling you, man. I'm lighting up all these men's lights. Now, I might have thought I was doing some Christian missionary work. But what I literally was doing was lighting up these people's heads. And that's what I've been doing. I'm the light of the world. That light of the lights of all men. Now I'm going to get that scripture for you real quick. Let's go to John 1 and we'll close it. I know it's hard to believe, somebody walking around making claims, but no. You guys have a lot of evidence I've been showing you. So let's keep going. You're without excuse. I'm holding you accountable. You've been talking crazy about me. It's going to come back. You're going to cry. You're going to weep. Why? Because I'm the Holy Spirit. I am the spit that came down here and became clay. You've been talking crazy about me. You're going to have to man up and deal with it. Wish for death. Wish for death if you should be truthful. Okay? The Bible says whatever you say against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. Not in this world or in the world to come. There's angels writing down everything. Don't be dumb and talk crazy. That's why I got the comments turned off for your own safety. To help you out. Because you knew you would have said something crazy. All right, so we in John chapter 1. Let's go to John chapter 1. Let's go to NIV, and I'll bring it over here so you can see it. Let's look at John chapter 1. All right. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is talking about the Father. The Father was in the beginning. The same was in the beginning with God. Okay? There is only one messenger, and there is only one God. There's no deity worthy of worship but Allah. Okay? Now, Allah was always. And his messenger was always. And that is Al-Mahdi. That is the ultimate Muhammad. That is me. That is Daquant. So in the beginning was Daquant. And Daquant was with Allah. And the word was Allah. The same was in the beginning with Allah. So when you hear the terms us, we, and we fashioned you, that's speaking of me. That's speaking of me. That's speaking of Allah. All right. That is speaking of us. Going on. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything that was made. All things were made through, see the M? MAHDI. All things were made through what? What else can you spell in MAHDI? Adam. Pretty soon I have a writing board coming. I ordered it and I have highlighters, and I'm going to be able to teach with markers and write down stuff so y'all can spell these words. So all things were made through Al-Mahdi. In him was life, and the life was the light. See, the light of men. That's why I'm walking around with the halo. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness comprehend it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was who? John. Or who else? Mohammed. Or who else? Isa, Jesus. Jesus was a John the Baptist. The prophet Muhammad was a John the Baptist to prepare the way for Al-Mahdi, the Father. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not the light. Muhammad was not the light. Jesus was not the light. They were witnesses of the light. I am the light. They were sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, me, which lighteth every man that come into the world. So everybody I'm going around, I'm lighting up their lights. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Speaking of Al-Mahdi, speaking of the big Jesus, speaking of the Father of Jesus. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Right now, I'm walking around with a halo over my head, and everybody can see it. And not one person has accepted Al-Mahdi yet. But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of God. Now, why does it say sons of God when Allah has no sons? Why? Because you're going to be sons of Al-Mahdi. You're sons of Al-Mahdi. You're sons of the man Allah put in charge of the earth. Everyone who receives me becomes a son of God. They become a son of Joseph. They become a son of Al-Mahdi. They become a son of Mary even. All right? Because Allah has no sons. He's Lord of the worlds. Al-Mahdi does have a son because he is the God of the Bible and he is the God of the earth. And because of the lie in Christianity, according to the law in Exodus 20:5, the Father would have to die if you put a God before God. And that's what y'all did in Christianity. Y'all put Jesus before the Father. Y'all even put Mary. Y'all even worshiped her. Okay? So now the Father and the Mother has to die. All right? Jesus has to die as well because that's what the law says. The law says, I will not clear the guilty. I will visit the earth in the third and fourth generation, and that is going into 30 through 20. That is 34, and that is 33, 34. That is 20, and that is 2034, the end. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So this is the Father's Son. This man is a father who became a son. This man is a root who became a offspring. That is me. Y'all don't know how to interpret the Gospels. The Gospels is telling you the truth. Okay? Jesus did not glorify himself. He glorified his Father. And his Father was the real Christ. Okay? Jesus said, I and my Father is one. Okay? He said he was one with the Father. But he said his Father is greater. So if Jesus is the Messiah, what his Father is then? If Jesus is the Messiah, what is his Father? His Father is the ultimate Messiah. His Father is the ultimate Messiah. His Father is the real Messiah. Okay, he's just a chip off of the old rock. So there you guys have it. I wrapped it up. I kind of chilled last night. I kind of celebrated, had me a good time to myself. And I didn't get to get in the studio because I'm excited at what Allah is doing in my life. So I did my message today. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters who will be in the real truth. And like I said, I'm here to bring peace. I'm here to bring world peace. We have 9 years. We have 9 years remaining. And we are going to have the time of our life until the judgment takes place. And judgment will take place. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters who will be in the real truth.